Welcome to my video about how to be a writer in 2023. In this video, I'm going to show you how to get started, how to get some practice, how to get over the fear of putting yourself out there, and then how to get started writing and getting it read by an audience. So stick around and we're going to cover all of that, and there's going to be a link at the end for you to get started. All right. So you want to be a writer. That's fantastic. I've actually been a professional writer, doing freelance work for about 10, well, almost 15 years now.
For a really long time.
And I've learned quite a few tricks of the trade, but I do remember what it's like when you're just getting started. Initially, you have to get over the fear of just doing it.
Come on, do it.
Because a lot of people, they love to write, but they're really afraid of putting themselves out there, and that's really the first thing that you have to get over. Now, one way to get around that, if you're afraid, like, oh, what are my friends and family gonna think? One way to get around that, if you don't want to tell people that you're doing it, or maybe you have some views that you really want to express, but you don't necessarily want attached to your name and face. So you can actually choose a pen name. A pen name is a made-up name, and it's your author name, and you can write under it, and nobody will know that it's you.
I'm undercover.
And that way, if you have views that maybe you don't want your family and friends to hear, or specific stories you don't want them to hear, maybe you're going to write about them.
Spill the tea, sweetheart.
A pen name is a great way to get around that. A lot of famous authors actually used pen names.
Well, shit. What are y'all doing?
So if that's part of your fear, that's sort of one way to get around it. However, if it's just sort of overall fear in general of being a writer, you just have to jump in.
Geronimo!
Now, when some people think of writers, they think of people in fancy New York apartments and going on book tours and all of that glamorous lifestyle stuff and writing New York Times bestsellers.
My name is Carrie Bradshaw, and I'm a writer.
But the reality for most writers is we're at home, wherever we are, not wearing pants. We're probably covered in Cheeto dust. I showered for this. I totally have pants on right now.
I'm not wearing any pants. Film at 11.
So if you have this idea in your head that being a writer is really glamorous, and you're going to be on the New York Times bestseller, and you're going to do book tours, and you're going to write from your fancy island home,
I'm so fancy.
The reality is that most of us writers are just writing from our homes and cafes and maybe a travel destination, because realistically, writing is not this big thing that I think a lot of people make it out to be. Anybody can be a writer. You can be a writer. So you just need to dive in and get started. In my opinion, a great place to get started writing is medium.com. The reason I love Medium is because you can really find other writers and creators, and that's really inspiring. And finding friends to go on the journey with you makes such a difference. You really do want people who are there helping you.
I don't need professional help. I've got you guys.
And supporting you, reading your stuff, and you're reading their stuff, and they're inspiring you, and you're inspiring them, and it's a big circle jerk of inspiration.
So join the circle jerk, grab a dick.
But you really do need creator friends, so if you want to be a writer, medium.com is a great place. Not only are you going to meet other writers, but they have a built-in audience for you to get started with. So you can go and create a profile.
My stage name, my pen name, my avatar.
And you can upload your first couple pieces of writing. I would recommend one of those things to be sort of like a bio and about me.
Our biography is arranged by author or subject.
Because you want to tell the world who you are, what you're about, because people are really going to want to know sort of what you're doing there. And you can tell them either, your whole life story, or you can just tell them what you want to write about and why you want to be a writer. Another great thing about medium.com for brand new writers is that there are things called publications. Think of this as like a digital magazine.
A magazine.
And you submit a piece of writing to a publication, and it's going to go to their team of editors. And those editors are either going to say, you know what, this looks fantastic, I'm going to post it, and I'm going to show it to our built-in audience of readers. And each publication has sort of their own niches. So if you want to be a writer about cats, there's one for cats.
Cat lady.
Shut up! I'm not cat lady.
If you want to be a writer about life advice, financial stuff, whatever you want to write about, there's something for that on Medium. And so each of these publications, these little digital magazines, have their own built-in audience. When you submit a piece of writing to a publication, the editor is going to take a look at it, and they're going to say either this is good to go, it's fantastic, I wouldn't change a thing.
I hate it.
Or the more real thing is that they're going to take a look at it and say, this is great, but what if we change this? Or you made a little spelling or grammar mistake here, so if you can just fix that up.
Oopsie! Oh God.
And the really cool thing is that all of this is free. Outside of Medium, you have to pay people to edit.
People have to pay for such a thing.
And on Medium, you get it for free. So you're going to learn so much, not only about writing, but ways to improve things.
I'm getting better.
Including your formatting, because when you're writing online, you do have to have kind of like pretty formatting.
Oh, so pretty.
Because if it's just one giant thing of text, it's really hard to read, especially on mobile phones. As you're scrolling, it just goes on forever.
Forever, 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 ever, forever, ever.
So you want to work on your formatting, and you want to work on, awkward phrasing, and publications and the editing teams are
Volunteers. They're here out of the kindness of their heart.
these are volunteers who just love the topic that you're writing about, that the publication covers, and they want to help new writers really get started and develop some of their voice and tone, and they're included free with medium.com. Well, I say free, it's $5 a month. But if you're not willing to invest $5 a month into really improving your craft, you're probably not taking this seriously. But you don't have to take it super serious, because you can be a writer who writes as much or as little as you want. You can write something, once a year, once a month, or once a day. And Medium is a great place for that, in my opinion. Now, if you're looking to become a freelance writer, like a paid writer.
Oh, I like money.
Yeah.
So either freelance or getting an actual writing job. That's a bit of a different ball game, but you definitely need practice.
Practice, practice, practice.
If you don't have any so far, so I would still recommend trying out Medium, because it's gonna give you a little eye opener into the editorial process, which is something that you're gonna have to go through for jobs. But once you have some writing examples and you have this portfolio building and you've gotten a little bit of experience with editors and such under your belt, then you can start applying to jobs on job sites. And there are quite a number of them. freelancewritingjobs.com. If you just Google freelance writing gigs or freelance writing jobs, you're going to see a whole bunch of websites come up, and you can just start applying. So you just find the gigs on these job sites in Google, and you start applying. And you have a cover letter that introduces yourself, and then you have links to different items in your portfolio that would relate to that sort of job. But if you're just starting out,
I'm a rookie, or a noob.
or you just want to do it completely just part-time, just as a hobby, that's phenomenal. Medium.com is full of hobbyists and people who just want people to read their writing, and it comes with an audience, and you can really tap into that. And you get followers as you go.
Must follow, must follow, must follow.
So you're gonna get the same people commenting a lot, and you develop relationships with them, which is really cool.
Relationships.
And the longer that you're on there, the more you get, and it builds. And these are people that are regularly reading your stuff and commenting on it, and you get to have little conversations with them that way, and it's really cool. So yeah, medium.com is definitely the place to go. So my advice to you as your first step to become a writer in 2023 is to check out medium.com, which is a website full of writers and readers, and you can not only practice, but you can get editorial experience and feedback, and that's going to really help you improve your writing and build an audience. And really it's everything that you want as a writer, and it's fantastic. And I don't work for them, I swear.
I don't work there yet.
I just love them, and I've made so many great friends on there because I've been a writer for almost 15 years, but it's kind of a lonely experience.
Oh, lonely.
And I didn't know any other writers for the entire time, and I just found Medium not that long ago, and now I have all of these friends who love writing like I do, which really does make the experience richer and better because you found your tribe of people. So if you want to become a writer, I highly recommend you check out medium.com. You're going to get phenomenal practice, and you really can't get that anywhere else. And whether you want to do this as a hobbyist or professionally, you need to get that experience. You need to build that writing portfolio that you can show people. And a great place to start is Medium. So I'm going to put a link in the description to medium.com, and if you click that link, you're going to go to my referral page, and then you can follow me on there when you join up, because I'd love to hear that you found Medium through me. So make a comment on one of my articles, and then hopefully I can read your stuff as well. All right, so stop waiting, stop putting off becoming a writer. Take the first step by clicking the link below, setting up your Medium profile, and putting your first piece out into the ether. And then you're going to join communities and publications and make weird friends like me, and you're going to have a lot of fun. So click the link below to get started, and tune into some of my other videos for interviews with other Medium writers and how to really make the platform your bitch. Can I say that on YouTube? Oh. All right, that's all for today. Hopefully go check out some of my other videos, or I will see you on Medium. Been doing book tours, and you're on the New York Times, and you just write a cover letter, and you include, and hopefully we can be friends. No, I can't say that in a video. I'm gonna sound like a nerd. I know people. I have friends. I have like 3. I'm a nerd. I'm a nerd. And hopefully go tune in. And we can... I don't know what I want to say. This is so much harder than just talking to people. Or talking to myself. I could talk to myself all day, and that's not a problem. Talking to a camera is harder. Alright, so click below. I'm not wearing pants.
The end.